All right, you two quit fighting. Play nice. That was rude, Kiwi. I'm going to have to remove your moderator privileges and give them to Stefan. All right, Guac Bean out on the mound. My feeling and many feelings of people that know baseball is one of the most overrated pitchers in the league. And the first pitch is a ball. We are officially underway, though. OJ Juan leading things off. Yeah, you got to love the flow. I mean, he can be on the all flow team all he wants.
Thank you for the recommendation, Jakob Manel.
Thank you, Jakob. Jacob. You get to watch some Doosan. Get to watch some Doosan baseball. That's going to be a single right back up the middle, and that's is the end of the no hitter, the end of the perfect game, and my predictions are coming true. My Rookie of the Year prediction. He has played well so far. We'll see how he handles a full actual season. Looks like there's no wind, Jacob. What is that? That just catches the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Did you guys order the new pinstripe uniform? Because I saw a picture of the lettering, the numbers and the letters for those, and they're pretty sweet actually. As the 0-1 pitch to Peraza, swing and a miss. Yeah, so when I looked at the letters, like the letters and numbers, they have like Eagles written in it. So it's like a black and then just like a slightly darker black, kind of like I think it's kind of how the stadium or the uniforms are, the authentic uniforms is the 0-2 pitch. It's going to be a little bloop over the infielder's heads. OJ Juan hustling hard, and he's going to head down into third base. Peraza ends up hanging out at second base as he was on the move, and the bobbled it a little bit in the outfield, allowed him to turn past second and turn past first and head into seconds. So they've got runners at second and third, nobody out. So the most overrated pitcher in Korea off to a slow start. Top of the lineup for Hanwa, doing what the top of the lineup for Hanwa has done all season. Moon Bin will step in with a chance for some RBIs. Looks at strike one on the outside, though. Well, you better get some instant coffee going, Jacob, because the other way it doesn't look good. All right, the 0-1 pitch to Moon Bin, and he lifts that to a foul, 0-2. He's not pumping. He is just pumping down the. He is just pumping this straight down the middle. And it should be an error on Pak Chan Ho out there in left. Whether or not they actually called it an error is to be determined. All right, the 0-2 pitch to Moon Hyun Bin. He waits on it, lifts it to left field. That might be trouble too. That is going to drop down, and then he bobbles it in left field as Peraza is also going to come home. And ladies and gentlemen, this is just awful. That is two bobbles now in on the out on the defense. Just unbelievably bad defense. That is just awful looking. Again, it should be two errors because that error allowed Moon Hyun Bin to go to second and Peraza to go home. The other one allowed Peraza to go to second. whether or not the official score, again, the official score in Korean baseball is as dumb as a manager. They don't know what the hell they're doing. I'm giving them 2 errors because both of those allowed more base runner to advance. So 2 errors already on Doosan, 2 runs for Hanwa. This game is going to get out of hand real quick. Again, not an ideal guy on the mound for a team that's struggling. Right. So he would get a hit and then an error on top of it as he makes the catch in foul territory. So, like, Peraza would get a single, should get credited for a single, not a double. And Moonhyun Ben should get credited for a single, not a double. Well, he didn't strike out, boys. But that is one away. And there goes the old momentum. Krabby Crabs, one away. That brings up Kongbae Ko. Guak Bean already in huge trouble. Somehow, Moonhyun Ben is over at third base. As that's going to be a ground ball through the right side and another RBI single. I mean, thumbs are going crazy here trying to keep up with all of this. Moonhyun Bin heads up on that play because he, on that foul pop up, he went to third base. Good Lord. This is, again, I don't know how many times I have to say it. Nobody wants to believe me. Most overrated pitcher in the KBO on the mound. That's in there for a strike to Che Sung. Korean announcers love to hype this up, all the Korean experts. And yes, I'm air quoting because they have no idea what they're actually talking about. Korean experts are basically a bunch of guys that have been around the game, but are far, far, far from experts. As that pitches up, and that's going to be a ball. Again, they love to talk this guy up because he throws hard, 150 kilometers an hour, which is hard in the KBO. But every season he has one good month, only one good month, and then outside of that, it's been pretty bad. As that's going to be another hit into left field. Kongbae Ko is going to round second, head on over to third, and that's another single. Moves him over to third base. Got runners now at first and third with still just one out as the hit parade continues for Hanwa. This is ridiculous. Already 5 hits, 3 runs, runners on the corner, just one out so far. And that's that's already getting a mound visit in here. Nobody wants to believe me.
Thank you for the recommendation, Luke JP.
Thank you, Luke, and welcome. An early beating going down in Jamshil. This game, too bad we can't get a 10-run rule. Is the second baseman and number 16 steps in as a foul away. Oh, they're sure they're going to say something about how fast. Yep, there he goes. The announcers and the Korean broadcast just said 154. They are so enamored by the fact that he throws over 150. That's all they all talk about is the fact that he can throw over 150. As the 0-1 is going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. And they're going to have Haji Suk is going to run back. They're going to be able to not get a run in on that ground out. Cheon Sung heads on over to second base, and you've got to 2 away now. Tried to pull, was it the Javier Baez versus the Pirates? Run back, then duck out of the way, run back to first. Yeah, it's in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. 18 pitches for Guak Bean, and already given up 5 hits and 3 runs. Not helped by his 2 errors on his defensive part. That is way up high, ball 1. So I just to point out, the KBO did not give errors. They did not give errors on those 2 plays. Yet anybody who has ever watched baseball would have given 2 errors on that play. So I never take a lot of stock in ERAs in the KBO, low ERAs. It was the 1-1 pitch. Waited on that curveball, but swing and a miss. Just caught the top of the zone, even if he didn't swing. JJ Hoon not having a good start to his season, 154 on the season. And he's going to be pressured by Ha and Saw all season long. Ha and Saw is good with the bats. All right, so sounds good. Enjoy the work. Yeah, their ERAs. Yeah, actually, their ERAs should be lower, actually. But that strikeout ends the first inning, but absolute chaos in the first. We go to the bottom of the first. It's 3-0. In my you're gonna see my batting averages should be lower. ERAs should be also be lower. 2:00 again tomorrow, Luke. So Hanwa comes out swinging. Not a lot of pitches considering he gave up 5 hits. Again, I'm giving them 2 errors because the bobbles on the ball allowed runners to advance another base. They were already hits, yes. But again, the bobble by the shortstop out in the grass allowed Peraza to take second base, and on top of that, then the boot by the left fielder allowed Moonhyun Bin to also take second base, and that also allowed Peraza to come home. Because of that, Moonhyun Bin was able to go to third on the foul tip or the foul pop up by Inoshiwan. It's likely that he would have still scored anyway, but there he is doing well then, huh? So Hanwha's Asian quota pitcher is going to lead things off here. The lefty, he is 1-0 on the season. Broke down into tears after his victory. First pitch is way up and out of the zone, 1-0. Somebody said yesterday that not for the season, but he is going to be out for a while. It's 1-0 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. Throws it across, and 2-1 away. Saying 2 strikes or 2 out, 2 balls, 2 pitches, and 1 away already. Oh, Jung Soo Bin steps in. Jung Soo Bin was one of those guys that had a kind of a connection to Hanwha whenever he went when he was in his free agency time. He was there was good chance that he was actually going to come to Hanwa, but Doosan offered him an extra year or extra 2 years in his contract, so he ended up sticking with Doosan. He'll probably retire a Doosan Bear. 227 on the season. He has got one of the wildest stance as it changes throughout the season, as that's going to be a ground ball too. The first baseman, it grabs it, steps on the bag, and a quick 2 outs on 4 pitches. Four pitches, 2 outs. Good Lord. All right, that brings up Cameron, Mike Cameron's son. Actually saw Mike Cameron hit a home run when he was with Portland Sea Dogs on a rehab assignment. I just happened to go to a game. I actually went to a game to show a bunch of British people baseball, and he ended up hitting a home run. The 0-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman, it grabs it, throws over, and way off the bag, but up the foul line. And that is a 1-2-3 inning as he barely even gets warmed up, ladies and gentlemen. 6 pitches, 3 outs. We go to the second inning. It's all Hanwa. Did they think it? No, I don't think they were cricketing. I think there was more like they were partaking in a lot of how do I say this? The other thing associated with the British. Yeah, they enjoyed it. But I mean, this was 15 years ago, because like I've been in the Korea for 12 years, so any talk about the U.S. and my experience in the U.S. is at least a decade, because I haven't been to the U.S. since 2017. I came to Korea in 2014. Came to Korea in 2014, and I went back in 2017 for about a week. I haven't been back since. All right. They're going to have the 9-1-2 hitters coming up for Hanwa in the second inning. Kwok Bin is still out on the mound. They keep showing him, but even though they didn't give him an air. Oh, 22 pitches now for Kwok Bin. That one is way up high though, 1-1. Yeah, no, that is now up high, 2-2. Ido Yoon getting a start. A rare start for him. Shimu Jun hanging out on in the dugout. That is a fouled off of the hand of the catcher. He stays alive. Yeah, he's getting a day off. I guess they got a righty on the mound, so they'll give him the day off. I guess that's the only thing I can think of. All right, the 2-2 pitch. That is way up high. We've got our first full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. It took a whole inning before we got one. All right, the 3-2 pitch. This is low, and he walks him. The leadoff batter's been on base both innings for Hanwa as the struggles continue for the most overrated pitcher in the KBO. Yoon hanging out with number 5 on his back now. Shimu Jun took his at number 7. All right, back to the top of the lineup. OJ Wan will step in. Oh, here comes to talk about how fast it was. Yeah, that's right, Jacob. You got to be good if you're going to be abnormal, right? Yeah, the 1-0 pitch is way up high. That's like when I bat, it's either white gloves or black gloves, because I'm not good enough at hitting to have a decent or the big Bruce Bolts. Yeah, this is the 2-0 pitch. That's low in there for a strike, though. Does catch the bottom. Those of you watching that aren't familiar with the KBO does 100% ABS zone. The umpire has a earpiece in his ear that will either call strikes or balls. So there's no challenges in the KBO because you don't need them. Every pitch is called by the ABS system. The home plate umpire spends his time worrying about check swings and foul balls and that type of stuff. As the 2-1 is grounded into the catcher, and it's 2-2. Yeah. KBO's got pitch clock. They've got full ABS system. They've got check swing video replays. Yeah. And they've got non or inexpensive beverages and food in the stadium because you can take your own stuff. KBO games are BYOB or BYOF if you want to throw in a food. Often see people carrying in full pizzas and boxes of chicken, hamburgers, whatever. The time is called. Those of you guys hanging out in SOOP or in the YouTube channel, make sure you guys hit the little thumbs up button. Again, super important for SOOP as that is a check swing. The home plate umpire says he went around. That will be the second strikeout of the day for Guac Bean and 1 away. I would say no, because there's 2 reasons for that. One, he would still have to make other calls, and he sucks at those other calls. But there is another. I'm going to double check this. So 61, that would make him. Yes, he would not be allowed to coach or umpire. Umpires in the KBO, I believe, are limited to 55 years old. After 55, you can no longer be a KBO umpire. As that's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, throws to second, and then to first. And there we go. Thank you, Jim.
골뱅이 지민플로그 5일 슈퍼채티드 25달러. 땡스 DREADS. Let's have a great 2026 시즌.
Jim dominating as always. Yes, Jim the GOAT. I'm going to not hit the not hit the advertisement button there. Huge from Jim. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, the Moonhyun band of chats. Jim, I'm surprised you're not watching and joining on Soup. Good, Jim. I know you're working whenever you're listening to the games. Are you just listening? Or are you watching it on other channels? Try to do some quick math here. Let's see. Do you watch the game at all, or just listen? Yeah, all right. We've got the bottom of the order here. Peraza with the double play. Going to have the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for Doosan. Again, just 6 pitches in that first inning for the old Wanger. So Jim, I'm streaming this year on Soup also, SOOP. And you can actually watch the game on there with me. Same broadcast, same audio, everything. That is just outside 1-0. I don't want to take you away from YouTube if it's more convenient, obviously. As the 1-0 is down low, 2-0. I'm sure you have if you're streaming it on Hard Rock Bet, I'm going to guess that you have a reason for using that channel. As here we go, the 2-0 pitch to Yang EG. That's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Both number 4 hitters dominating the stat sheet. He is hitting a whole 91 on the season. As here comes the 2-1 pitch. That's a grounded foul, runs the count to 2-2. Running into his pitch count for the entire first inning right now is, again, the old Wanger only threw 6 pitches in the first inning, 2 outs, 2 pitches to the first batter, 2 pitches to the second batter, 2 pitches to the third batter. And that misses outside at 3-2, runs the count full. First full count of the day for Doosan. Yeah. The 3-2 is grounded to the third baseman. Runs halfway across the infield, and then a bad throw. That is 2 straight bad throws by the third baseman. But some of the best songs are at the stadium. Some of the most inappropriate songs are at the stadium too. The amount of times I hear Snoop Dogg, and not like a nice new age Snoop Dogg. I'm talking Regulators. No, I have my own feed, but I send it to Soup also. The Soup feed is a little slow for me. All right, so that misses low, 1-1. Let me get my stuff updated there. So Anjay Sok hitting a 250 on the season. He's moved up into the number 5 spot. Yang Sung Han moved down into the 6 as that one is lifted foul. And it's 1-2. Yeah, they have an app, but they also have online, actual online or whatever. And then Jim, if you look in the description, as that one is popped up, Che Jae-hoon is grabbing his hand. He started to go towards the ball, and then was doing something. He got hit in the hand, or it looked like he might have got his mask caught on his finger or something. He stopped running, and then As Cheon Sung was going to grab the ball, he ended up just stopping and looking down and holding his hand. I don't know what happened. It was right as he threw his mask off. It must maybe like the throat protector bounced up and hit him in the finger or something. Still, really, as that one is a low 1-0. Yeah, like my soup broadcast is only like I want to say it's
Thank you for the
just a little bit.
recommendation, Big Dinger.
Thank you, Big Dinger. Back again. Oh no, completely understand, Jim. March Madness comes once a year, only for a few weeks. It's just like the WBC. I wouldn't be upset there. All right, Anjay. Oops, sorry. There's 2 outs now. Yeah, that one misses low, 2-1. Yang Sung On hitting a robust 130 on the season. Yeah, another 2-1 pitch. Right down the middle, 2-2. So, Harry, are you able to watch on Soup? If you're able to watch on Soup, you could just follow me on there, and I might even be ahead of Soup, the other Soup broadcast then. As the 2-0 or the 2-2 pitch, as the fouled away stays 2-2. 148 on the gun. th- I don't know. Like when I look, it just shows like when I look at my actual thing, it just shows unavailable. I do know that the first couple streams definitely were available in Korea, but after that, so they haven't been. As that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman scoops it up, throws, and that's one a little bit better of a throw. Noshiwan getting plenty of work over there at third base. 6 outs, and 4 of them would have been a 5-3 groundouts. We go to the third inning. It's 3-0 Hanwa. But you're outside, Harry. You're outside of Korea, right? Yeah, Jacob. I know. It depends, I guess. It depends on what category they put it in. So yeah, so 10 to 15 seconds behind YouTube. That's weird. Because like that might just be Stefan. That might just be because you're going through alternative. You're going through alternative ways. Because like my stream that I'm watching. So I have the stream that I'm sending out on this side, and then I have the streams that you guys see over here on this side. And these streams are only 2 to 3 seconds behind these streams. So again, I keep them up to make sure that there's no problems. But Guak Bean back out there. He is gonna face the 3-4-5 hitters, the goats walking up, strutting up, we should say. Yeah, it's a really weird setup. Is Moon Hyun Min tries to bunt it, but pulls it back, and it's in there for a strike. A little bit better inning for Walk Bean last inning. Gave up the leadoff walk, but of course then the 6-4-3 groundouts by Peraza ended up changing that. That's a way up high though, 1-1. Yeah, I mean, right now, Stefan, I know there's 52 people watching that stream as the 1-1 pitch cuts up right down the middle. Swing and a miss as he almost falls down. There's, I was getting ready to say, here comes the announcement of how fast it was. All right, the 1-2 pitch now for Moon Ben. A 2 RBI single. I know the stat sheet is going to say a 2 RBI double, but it was not. As the 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside. That is a fouled away. Stays 1-2. Yeah, so Jacob, for me to start the stream, I have to start it in one category, and then once it catches up and once it starts streaming, I have to switch it to a different category. That might be why, as that is lifted to right field. Fouls that off. You get the delayed excitement. Is that is a 55-footer into the dirts, 2-2 now. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Way outside. 3-2 runs the count full. Second full count of the day for Hanwa. They led off last inning with a full count, and then Ito Yoon ended up walking. Yes, here comes the 3-2 pitch. That's up right down the middle, way out. Ooh, catches the top of the zone as that curveball just broke in. And that's going to be strikeout number 3 for Guak Bean on. Guak Bean throws 4 pitches. Mainly, he's throwing that 4-seam fastball at 152. Then a slider off of that 36% of the time, a curveball 17% of the time, and then a changeup 5% of the time. As No Shiwan first pitch throws the bat down because it is 100% the bat's fault. Cameron makes the play, and that's 2 away. Didn't even get a chance to take Moonhyun Bin off the the batting order. There's Kong Bae Ko now. Kong Bae Ko stepping in now and an RBI single in his first at bats. All right. Kong Bae Ko, 44 pitches for Guak Bean so far. That is in the dirts and 1-0. An RBI single scored Moonhyun Bin back in the first inning. That was the third RBI, the third hits, or the third run for Hanwa. The 1-0 pitch way up high. 2-0. Hanwa taking the cheer squad, obviously, on the weekends, but they always take them to Seoul. Doesn't matter which game is on in Seoul. And the 2-2 pitch, or 2-0 pitch, that is popped up. The left fielder giving chase, but it is going to get in. Oh, that bounced off the netting and hit a lady in the back. She was trying to get out of the way, but did not adjust for the old geometry. I don't know what that is called anymore. I know in the old Hanwha Stadium, it was called the exciting zone. They have different names for it in all of the stadiums. As the 2-1 misses way outside, 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss with the pirouettes, runs the count full, 3-2. Third full count of the day, a second full count in this inning. Walk Bean trying to get out of it after a real bad start. 49 pitches, trying to get out of it on this. Kongbei Ko trying to extend the inning. Says, sorry, I was adjusting all of the patches. Oh my lord, let's count the patches on Kongbei Ko's uniform. The 3-2 pitch is way up high. Ball 4, and well, Doosan almost had a 1-2-3 inning. That brings up Cheon Sung. So we'll see how long my delay is what I see. Okay, Kongbei Ko touches first. Now, there, that was SOOP. That was my delay. So maybe about 2 seconds, I would say. Wa 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 chegang Hanwa Kongbei Ko Chana Hage Bisonan Kudeya. The Cheon Sung rips that one to the shortstop down to his knees, throws over to second, and the 6-4 putouts ends the inning. They get another walk, but nothing after that. They leave a runner on. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 3-0 on them. And the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up for Doosan. Oh, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. One more time. Let's see. I got to do some calculating, guys. I try to keep my stats up to date on like batting with runners on base, runners in scoring position, things like that. But I have to calculate it by hand because there's nothing that is actually wait. There's nothing on uh, any of the apps or anything that talk about how they are with runners in scoring position or how they are with runners on base. Is there to get some selfies, ladies and gentlemen. Get some old selfies. I don't know who those guys are. No idea. Don't really care either. If I'm going to be honest with you guys. All right, the old Wonger doing all right so far. 23 pitches total. And the first pitch to Pak Chan Ho up high, though. Ball 1. Pak Chan Ho fakes the bunt. He was leading off for Doosan for a long time, but they had to drop him down to the bottom, down towards the bottom of the lineup, as he's only hitting 160. He was one of the 3 big free agents in the offseason. All 3 free agents moved teams. As the 1-0 pitch is going to be a ground ball right to the third baseman. Throws across, and another 5-3 putouts. The 5th one today. He may not be hitting, but on the bright side for Hanwa, he is at least fielding. Started the first inning with a 5-3 putout. Started the second inning with a 5-3 putout. Started the third inning with a 5-3 putout. Ended the first inning with a 5-3 putout. Ended the second inning with a 5-3 putout. Are they going to end the third inning with a 5-3 putout? We are going to work on my my tongue twisters. Start getting ready, as that's a strike at the bottom of the zone. Yeah, it's all in one. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, and Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. How many pecks of pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? And I'd start doing that before I start streaming any of these Hanwha games, as that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. 27 pitches now for the Wonger. Pak Chan Ho trying to find his way back to Gwangju, because he can't hit with the Doosan uniform on, as the 0-2 is fouled. Park Ji-hoon, 200 on the season, does have a 3-hole hits. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry. Up, up. I got 3. The 0-2 is way, way down and away. 1 and 2. I'll work on it. I'll work on it. How many homers? I will tell you this: it's not 1. Did not go around. He is 0 for 2 on the day. Oh yeah, as the 2-2. That time he goes around his first strikeout of the day and 2 away. That brings up the old number 9 hitter, Moon Jun Ho. Yeah, the kind of the mascot for Chungju is the squirrel. And our school is in a rural area, so I always get him to say rural squirrel. It don't work. Yeah, that's is in there. Yeah. Rural is hard for, English speakers. The old rural squirrel. And the 0-1 pitch. Oh, 1-1. Yeah, old No Shiwan is not having a good time, General. Yeah, 1-1 pitch. That is popped up, gets out of play, and it's 1-2. But on the bright side, besides the fact that No Shiwan already has 5 putouts today, is that he doesn't have any strikeouts. That, ladies and gentlemen, for Hanwha fans, is a victory. Go the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That's another strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts. Longer. Pitching well through the first 3. We go to the 4th. It's 3-0 on. Yeah, definitely. That is a huge thing. No, he's 0 for 2. His first at bat, he popped up in foul territory to the catcher. And then in his second at bat, he flew out to right field. So he'll probably come up again in the 5th inning. Yeah, I hope you don't put any money on No Shiwan unless you're picking him to not do well. It doesn't really matter. It's the same for both. It's whatever's easier for you to Jim. The one thing is on SOOP. Make sure the one thing that I do like about SOOP is, and this is for all of you guys watching also, or it doesn't matter, YouTube or SOOP, whatever. But on SOOP, that next to it, there's a big thumbs up thing. That thumbs up actually makes it way better for me because it recommends this channel and this broadcast. And the more thumbs up I get, the more likely they're to put it on their main pages. It's kind of like the old YouTube likes when they actually had dislikes also. Obviously, liking it on Facebook also helps. It doesn't push it out as much, but a lot of people, it will look at a video and how many likes it has, whether or not they watch it or not. But so that's one thing. And then also, guys, make sure you sign up as a loyal viewer on SOOP. I know you can watch it without any problems, without logging in and all of that stuff. But I believe it's a star. I believe it's a little star. That's like subscribing in for YouTube. You don't need to subscribe on SOOP or whatever. That's a swing and a miss from the second baseman. Yeah, good pick, General. Yeah, so for soup, thumbs up, which is a recommendation. It might be a little up arrow also. Those are huge, as that one is rolled over foul, 0-2 to the second baseman. Uh, but yeah, also doing the little star.
Thank you for the recommendation, General Tonto.
Thank you, General. Just like that. One more, and I reach my goal for the old day. But yeah, the little stars is like subscribing on YouTube. It doesn't cost or anything. That's going to be a ground ball. The shortstop throws over and one away. The hottest streamer on Soup, ladies and gentlemen. That is awesome. Again, we tried to work with Soup 2 years ago when I moved to YouTube, and it wasn't able to let me get out there. But yeah, 554. Let me get his pitches. Che Hoon almost gets hit in the head there. All right, get my batters back up there. And the 1-0 pitch, and he hits him. The hit by pitch king himself gets hit by a pitch once again. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter with a runner on base. There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for the recommendation, Jim Infla.
Thank you, Jim. We have reached our goal for the day. We have made it. Thank you, thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Those recommendations puts it on the front page. Jim is the witness. Is now you've got Ito Yoon. Yes. Also, yeah. Thank you. Jacob, that might get some of the viewers turned away. We'll put it that way. All right, the 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. Now that I have I'm comfortable with the Soup and YouTube working together, I am going to spend some time working to get all of the songs for the different players so that they will at least be on. You guys won't just have dead air with me. You'll have some songs going on in the background. As that is going to be lifted into right field. Cameron makes the catch, and that's 2 away. I do dance. Oh, I give a bow. Maybe that'll be some off-season work. Maybe what I can do is there we go. General, yeah, see those ups help, guys. We don't have to stop at 5. We can keep throwing them up there. I won't be upset. Glad trending is helping as that is up high though. Ball 1-0. OJ Juan 1 for 2 on the day, led off the game with a single, came around to score a run, struck out in his last at bat, and that is fouled away. And 1-1. So 61 pitches from Guak Bean. Again, in the first inning, a little rough first inning, 21 pitches there in that first inning, put him way behind. But he's kind of calmed down a little bit, should say. As that one catches the top of the zone, 1-2. I got one thing I need to update here. 8. And as that draw way outside at 2-2. They haven't attempted any stolen bases yet, which is a little surprising, actually. Being that Yang Yi is not behind the plate. Jun Ho isn't behind the plate. That's going to be a third to the third baseman. Backs up, makes the play, and throws over to seconds for the force outs. 5-4 makes it 3, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-0 Hanwa. He has definitely calmed down since that first inning.
Thank you for the recommendation, Stefan 3370.
Thank you, Stefan. We'll 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 try to figure out why you're over there, but see, the recommendations are working. We're up to 70 something viewers now. Thank you guys, everybody. We are going to put we're going to put the KBO on the Korean map. I guess it's already on the Korean map, but you guys did it. It's a pretty good inning for Guak Bean in terms of being able to get out of it without any damage. Once again, though, has yet to have a 1-2-3 inning. Hanwa now 4 for 12 with runners in on base, 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Really, and that was all from the first inning. Again, in the first inning, they went 4 for 7 with runners on base, 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Those were their only hits. Since then, they've gone 0 for 5 with runners on base because they have had base runners in every single inning so far. We'll have the bottom of the order, or the top of the order, coming up for Doosan in the bottom of the fourth. The Wongers still out there on the mound, obviously. Both teams trying to save their bullpens. Oh, Arpo. You got to get your act together, Arpo. But welcome anyway. Yeah, this weekend, the Hanwa game starts at 2, and next weekend, the Hanwa game also starts at 2. As 35 pitches for Wong. That's going to be, a bad decision by the pitcher and the first baseman. Oh, my Lord. Neither one of them could decide who was going to take it, and that's ends up being a head first slide for an infield single. And there, I have no idea, Arpo. And there goes the no-hitter. He is in there. There goes the no-hitter. There goes the Jim, thank you. I think he's safe. I only saw the one replay. But that was an awful, like, Wong's got to take that. He can field that ball and then tag out the runner. Yeah, I safe was the call on the play. Because he didn't have, when it hit his hand, that doesn't mean he had control on it. Yeah. So that is the first hit of the day for Doosan. Once again, thank you, Jim. All right. That's way inside. Thank you, Arpo. We've got to go today, ladies and gentlemen. Wong and now has runners on base. How is this going to change his approach? 37 pitches now. He's been sitting perfectly fine. Obviously, a no-hitter perfect game through. Should have had that out there. 100% should have had that out. But now he's got runners on base. What is he going to do? That is, again, watching that. Yes, Arpo, Jim, and Jacob. The 3 horsemen of the membership club. I will have to make some special emoticons, some special emotes, or whatever you want to call them, for you guys on YouTube. Yes, here comes the 2-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike on the outside, 2-1. Jacob, this is your guys' chance. Hanwha's offense is fallen flat since coming out hard. You've got the runner on first with nobody outs. Yeah, I know you guys got some. That's like That's kind of like a lion, the way they're playing this year, Arpo. Kitten, lion, same thing, right? Yeah, it's the 2-1. 2 weekends. It's the 2-1 fouls that away, 2-2. I'll see if I can, I'll get the iPad out, see if I can design some stuff. Yeah, that is in the dirt. Yeah, members get for YouTube members get a color, and they also get a special icon. That is a catch at the bottom of the zone and down, out. Strike them out, throw them out, double play, and that erases the base runner that they had. A third strikeout for. I think it was a looking strikeout. Double check that. Is there not now? They're not going to show it. Yep, looking strikeouts. Third strikeout of the day for the Longer, 2 away, and that brings up the number 3 hitter, Cameron. That was just, yeah. That is a bounce into the dirt. A little nutmeg to Che Hoon. And it's 1-0. I was thinking, yeah, Arpo Jim. I think I would have to go. Sorry, Jen, but I would have to go Arpo Jacob Jim. I don't know. Like Jacob is obviously alphabetical, but Arpo Jim Jacob I think sounds smoother. Yeah, this is the 1-1 pitch. That is going to be lifted to center field. OJ Wan over though, and makes the catch. They get a leadoff single, an infield single from bad defense from Hanwa, but the strike him out, throw him out, double play wins that. We go to the 5th inning. It's 3-0 Hanwa. the the Lotte SSG game? You mean last night's? For today? All right, for today, let me check real quick. So I do Kim Garneau has actually pitched well. He pitched well as a starter last year. Now that he's a full-time starter, he's been able to stretch himself out. Beasley, though, has been one of the only, and I really mean this, only good foreign pitchers. Obviously the issue you have is Lotte is just so bad. Like last night, you had the inside the park home run. Why did you have an inside the park home run? Well, because they have their old third baseman playing center field, just to try to get some offense going. Yeah, I mean, if I were to take a team, in which I probably would never take a team, in this matchup, uh, yeah, I feel it. I see it as a toss up, honestly. Yeah, I definitely see it as it would be a toss up. That's misses down, and that's 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch to Peraza way outside at 2-1. Get some stuff caught up. There we go. 67 bitches. No problem. Yeah, I say it's it's really 100%. That's going to be a ground ball through the middle, through the right side, underneath the diving first baseman, and Peraza's going to be on base with a leadoff single. Another base runner for Hanwa is once again they cannot get a 1-2-3 inning. No, he is definitely hitting his early season in 2024, not his late season. He looks real good. Yeah, it does have a little bit more delay than YouTube. I think it's only a couple seconds slower, but at least you can watch and, you know, do everything together. All right, the 1-0 pitch to Moonhyun Bin. Moonhyun Bin 1 for 2 on the day. That misses outside at 2-0. 70 pitches now for Guak Bean. Peraza on first. Will they send him? No, when in 2024, the reason why I feel like the reason why he ended up struggling was because he got injured. Yeah, as the 2-0 pitch, that's into the dirt. 3-0. Oh, of course, it will never stop. Yeah, cruel. It's 100. It's not. It's definitely not a me thing. My internet is perfectly fine, and the what are we on now? Hour and 10 minutes that I've streamed, I have dropped 0 frames. My CPU is at 14.5%, so it's definitely not me. It's a soup thing. It's a little slower, but yeah, being able to watch the game, uh, no question. Was that her next to that lady? All right, runners on first and seconds for old Mr. Krabs himself. Oh, they're so bad, Jim. They are the worst in the league, and it's not even close. It's so bad. Like, oh my God, it's so bad. Yeah. Bad is not the word. All right, 72 pitches for Guak Bean. He's got some trouble now. Runners on first and second. Nobody out for the old cleanup. Old No Shiwan. That is first pitch is fouled away. Here it comes. Are they going to talk about fast he threw? Nope, they didn't know. Yeah. Oh, there they go. They said bottom speed. Here we go. General Tonto. No Shiwan up. And the 0-1 pitch turns on it, but pulls it foul 0-2. I saw a video, I think it was on Threads or TikTok or something, showing him doing his little off-season prep thing, like the docent guy. Telling you, since he won the home run championship a few years ago, that's all he's done. As the 0-2 pitch way outside, doesn't chase it. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. 0-2 count. Of course, you've got to throw it in the left-handed batter's box, or a left-handed pitcher, left-handed hitter, and an 0-2 count. You've got to throw it in the right-handed batter's box. It's kind of part of the code, the same, the manager code. Same with the bunting with the runner on first and first and second, nobody out. As here we go, the 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside once again. Lays off of it, ladies and gentlemen. Hanwa fans have got to be excited that he's laying off of that. Yeah, I haven't seen. He might have. He might have blocked me or something. And the 2-2 swing and a miss at the top of the zone. That's another strikeout for him. Fourth strikeout of the day as Noshiwan continues to show why they signed him to an 11-year contract. Warming up in the bullpen is Park Chi-gu. He is a hard thrower from the bullpen. 77 pitches for Gok Bean. This should be his last inning, I would think. Nice, beautiful pitch there. In there for a strike. Again, Gok Bean throws a fastball most of the time, also throws that slider, curveball, and then that changeup only 5% of the time. As here comes the 0-1 pitch, sets up on the outside corner and throws it into the dirt. 1-1. He's got two more at bats this game, though, General. He's got at least two more at bats. He can come up at least in the 7th and the 9th, as that is way up high. Two and one now to Kangbae Ko. Kangbae Ko 1 for 2 on the day. RBI single in his first at bat. Walked in the second at bat, but was left on the bases after the 6-4 putouts. Actually, I guess he was technically put out. That misses outside, and it's 3-1. A single and a walk, and now he's got a 3-1 count to the number 5 hitter. What's up, Filipinos? Let's try not to advertise our channel. You can advertise your channel, just let's not get excessive, shall we? Oh man, we've got to work on our rhythm is all off, ladies and gentlemen. And that is going to be a ground ball. The second baseman boots it into the outfield as Parada is going to be held up. That means he's going to be way off. He gets back, and that is going to be another error, the third error of the day on the second baseman. And now you've got the bases loaded for El Captain Silver Starfish, ladies and gentlemen. Right off of the heel of the glove, and then he heels it into the outfield. Gotta love it, ladies and gentlemen. Defense on full display. No, you're seeing that. That is not one error. That is the third error of the game. Do not listen to the KBO. That is the third error of the game. Big swing and a miss as he tried to make it 10-0 on that swing. And yes, I realize it's only 3-0. It can only be 7-0, just for those of you. And the 0-1 pitch outside, not chasing. 84 pitches for Gok Bean, doing his best to get out of this inning without any more damage. But his defense is not helping him out. And the 1-1 pitch is fouled away. 0-2. 1-2, sorry. Yeah, next weekend, what is it Hanwa next? Hanwa home next weekend? Yeah, Hanwa's home. They have the 2:00 game against Kia. Kiwi, Stefan, are you guys going to that game? Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And he fouls it away again. I never know what that says. I really wish. You going on Friday? Oh, feeding the beast, huh? Or is that the scalper ticket you got from Stefan? Here we go. The 1-2 pitch lays off of it. 2-2. Oh, what a B.
Thank you for the recommendation, Cruel World.
Thank you, Cruel. Thank you, thank you. Dominating it today, boys. Thank you guys so much. Loving it, loving it is the 2-2 pitch. That is going to be a hit into left field. The left fielder slides after he falls down, and that is going to be a sacrifice fly for an RBI. As Peraza is able to tag up and come on home. That puts Hanwa up 4-0. Not entirely sure what that was out there in left field. It wasn't hit hard. He came running in, should have been able to catch it, but his feet were so far behind him that he fell down. Yeah, there was no need for that to be flying. None at all. Zero reason at all. But 2 away now. That brings up the second baseman. Yeah, no. I mean, obviously bad footwork. I don't think he's throwing out Peraza anyway, as that's a swing and a miss. He's got the pirouette from Kongbei Ko go down, and it's quickly 0-2. The second baseman 0 for 2 on the day, grounded to the first baseman, then a 6-3 put out in his last at bat. He actually led off the last inning with an out. It's like the outfielders that don't need to jump, but jump so that they can land into the wall anyway. As the 0-2 pitch, low. Tried to get him to chase. Try to get him chase way down below the zone. He is hitting well, 360 on the season. I don't know how he's been hitting in important situations. Yeah, the SOOP is the money share is way better on SOOP. As the 1-2 is going to be a single into the outfield. 1 run is in. As Moonhyun Bin comes in from second base, Kongbei Ko over at third, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is another hit, and now it's 5-0. Yeah, I gave him some grounding, I guess. He's still not getting a real name. Hanwha's offense is doing extremely well. He's probably scared of her. That would be a back-to-back postseason appearances for Hanwha. That would be a dream. As that one is in the dirts. Shea Jae-hoon 0 for 1 on the day, hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. It's funny that all the fans think she is. As the 1-0 misses down, and it's 2-0. There we go. The 2-0 pitch to Shea Jae-hoon lays off of it. It's 3-0. I would say 10. Yeah, 10. We'll go with 10. Did he hit him? I don't know if he hit him or not, but anyway, that's ball 4 nonetheless. And that puts runners on first base and on second base and on third base, which means the bases are now loaded. Once again. As the pitching coach comes out, he brings the ball with him, which means he's done. which means we are going to have our first pitching change of the day. And I would like you guys to realize that I said that this is the most overrated pitcher in Korea. And currently he's losing 5-0 and is pulled before the fifth inning for the second straight game, despite the fact that they call him an ace in this country. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I do have to update some there. Yoon Junho? I was wondering why Un is not a last name. That's probably why Doosan is losing, is because I misspelled their backup catcher's name. All right, Ito Yoon stepping in now. Oh, I've never watched. I tried to watch some of it, but man, it was like I watched this one that was like a tryout video, and I watched the shortstops, and I'm like, oh my god, guys, let's get our footwork down. Like, yeah, it was just a tryout video. That's all it was. I didn't watch like an actual episode thing. It's where they brought in a bunch of high school guys and college guys and a couple former pros. Actually, uh, Doosan's former shortstop was in that, and Hanwa and Lotte's former catcher was in there. But yeah, watching that, I'm just watching the footwork from all the these shortstops, and they would it would be like 4 or 5. They would take like 3, 4, 5 steps, a swing and a miss there from Ito Yoon. And Pak Chi Gook out on the mound now is the first pitching change. I'll get it changed. And that is going to be a foul away, and it's 0-2. We'll all watch the K's go away. He pitched well in the game I saw. He pitched really well. I'll see what I put for him in the spring. I had started to make predictions, but then I found out I could stream on SOOP. Oh, and he hits him in the back. That's an RBI hit by pitch, ladies and gentlemen. The old RBI hit by pitch. It's a classic. An absolute classic here in the KBO. Yeah, I thought that was not that was the bag. Oh, what did I say? No, that's not this. That was a different one. 2026 predictions. That is in there for a strike on the outside to OJ1. OJ1, 1 for 3 on the day. Yeah, again, let off the game with a single, came around to score, but 0 for 2 since then with a strikeout and a 5-4 groundouts. Sets up on the outside on the 0-1 pitch. That is fouled away. Oops, wrong side, 0-2. A squeeze bunts with the special guy. Oh, we got a pinch runner now, as I just saw Ito Yoon coming off. Ito Yoon was just walking off. I assume Shimu Jun is now going to pinch run as the 0-2 way outside. They haven't actually announced anything. All right. And here we go with a 1-2 pitch outside. So here's what I said in the preseason. The second forearm that Lotte went and signed was Jeremy Beasley. Beasley spent the last 3 seasons playing in Japan and pitched well with a 2.39 ERA and 308.1 innings. He averaged almost a strikeout an inning while keeping the Souvenirs to an absolute filthy minimum, only giving up 12 homers in those 300 innings. As that is a fouled away. Keeps the count to 2-2. Beasley and Rodriguez could be a great 1-2 punch at the top of the order. So yeah, I thought Beasley was a really good, really good signing for Lotte. Rodriguez is a good signing if he can keep his command down, as that's going to be off the handle, but the left fielder is going to be under it, and that's 3 away. But Hanwa gets 3 more on just 2 hits. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's a 6-0. Leaving the bases loaded. Yeah, Beasley, I think, is I think can be a really good pitcher. Again, he strikes out almost a batter an inning. He also doesn't give up a lot of home runs. Those are the 2 things. That and walks, obviously, are the things. Just because it's a high number. Hanwa bats around in the 5th inning. The old one. The old old second baseman, one of the least liked pitchers or players in the league. Yeah. He's in prison right now, right? I think. All right, Yang Yi faces the old Wonger. And that's in there for a strike, and that's 0-2 to Yang Yi. Yang Yi 0 for 1 on the day, down to 87. As the 0-2 swing and a miss. Another strikeout. 4th strikeout of the day for the old Wonger. Quickly 1 away, 3 pitches and a strikeouts. Yeah, Lachlan Wells is 100% the steal in the offseason. He knew what he was doing. Again, I talk about this last year. He left a lot of money on the table because Kium wanted to sign him as a full-time starter, as that's going to be a slow single right up the middle, as that just rolled, and he is running hard out of the box, and he's into second base. That is a pure hustle play as he slides into second but gets hit in the eye. Absolute fantastic play. Absolute excellent base running there by Anjay Suk. It's just a super slow roller up the middle. The second baseman and the shortstop both were going. Didn't get back in time, and OJ Wan was having to get slow to get up to it. Came up firing, but a huge heads-up base running play. Is Anjay Suk is on second base now with 1 away. Yang Sung Wan 0 for 1 on the day. Yeah, 5-3 ground out in his first at bats. And a beautiful pitch there on the outside corner, bottom of the zone. Absolute beaut. Yeah, there's a 51 pitches now for the old Wonger. 0 for 1 for Yang Sung Wan. That's Mrs. Low. He was another guy that was tied to Hanwa for a while. A few years ago, whenever he was a free agent, he ended up staying in Doosan. Not only did he stay in Doosan, but they also gave him the captain's role when he re-signed. There was lots of speculation that he was going to sign with Hanwa as the 2-1 as fouled under his foot, so it makes it to 2-2. Yeah, this was the off season that they signed An Chi Hong. Yeah, the off season that they signed An Chi Hong, and I think they ended up. I can't remember who the other player was signed. The KBO has this thing for the off season. That's so all the teams they list their free agents, and then the free agents can either declare free agency or stick with the team. And if they declare for free agency, they basically take all of them. So if say there's 21 free agents in the league, then they divide that by the teams, 10 teams. So each team can sign 2 free agents. They may round up or they may be like, oh, there's 21. So each team can sign 3 free agents or whatever. So it keeps one team from being able to sign a bunch of free agents as the 2-2 just misses the inside corner. Definitely thought that one got there. That's going to be a full count. It's the second full count of the day for Doosan. That's a definite looked like a strike at the time. Guzhou, Kim Sung-yoon, Diane. That is a rolled over foul, stays 3-2. Are they moving Kim Ji-chan back down to the bottom of the lineup? Taking Diaz out of the cleanup spots? That is a bold guess, Arpo. All right, 55 pitches for the Wonger. 3-2 count. Turned on that one, but foul. Up there, just some of the empty seats. I'll say it's been. What was yesterday's lineup? Was Kim Ji-chan still up at the top of that lineup? Kim Ji-chan, Kim Sung-yoon, Gu Ja-wook, Diaz, Chae Hyung-woo. Here we go. The 3-2 pitch, way up high, and he walks him. Runners on first and second now. Stefan, Kiwi, what were you guys saying about his pitch counts in his first game? Is this where he ran into problems? I know that they had some issues with his pitch count earlier. Yeah, that's pretty close to what they've gone through with the whole season, I think. All right, it's Pak Chan-ho 0 for 1 on this. Looks at just strike 1. 0 for 1 on the day, having a rough start to his first career season in Jamshid. Moved out of the cleanup spot, way down to the 7th spot in the lineup, and that's another strike right down the middle, and it's 0-2. I definitely wouldn't say that's because even if he only hits 240, he's still better than the other options Doosan had. You know, Pak Chan-ho, nobody was happier about the Shimu Jun signing than Pak Chan-ho. As Pak Chan-ho grounds out to the shortstop, throws to the second baseman, makes the play. So we'll have a 6-4 putouts. We'll move the runner over to third. One runner at first, one runner at third, but it's 2 outs now. Should have ran faster, Yang Sung-won. All right, runners on first and second. Park Ji-hoon steps in. 0 for 1 on the day also. Yeah, Doosan's, their shortstops were just awful last year. LG, I hate to say this, but LG, Samsung, NC, Doosan, and I think Hanwa. I was really Hanwa, KT, SSG are all right there in that same category. As the 0-1 pitch, that's going to be a ground ball. Backhand by the shortstop, not able to do it, and that's going to end up getting a run. We'll see if they call it a error or not. That is the first run of the game for Doosan, as they do not get skunked, ladies and gentlemen. They don't get skunked. I think they got to call that an error, right? Jim, who do you think? What about the 5th team, Harpo? 5th place Keel. It's possible. That is in there for a strike. And that is going to be a single into left field. Park Chan-ho has plenty of speed. They're going to come up. Moon-hyun Bin air mails that one. And that is going to be an RBI for Yoon Jun-ho. That's what happens whenever I change his name. That's what happens whenever I change his name, ladies and gentlemen, is Doosan now putting the pressure on the old Wonger. I'm trying to see if they counted that as a hit or not. Yeah, that was just I thought the way it looked, it just shot off the screen. I thought that was gonna be airmailed to the catcher, like over the catcher's head, but ends up no. It was actually right on line. It's just he just doesn't have the arm. All right, now you got runners on first and third. Flips the lineup back up to the top for Doosan. Yeah, spending too much time watching the old rocket launch, I guess. Oops, wrong side. All right, runners on first and third. Still 2 outs. Pak Jun-soon steps in. He's 1 for 3, 1 for 2 on the day. A single and a caught stealing back in the 4th inning. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, underhand toss to the second baseman. And the 6-4 putout ends the 5th inning. But Doosan, I don't know why that says 1 run. But that will be the end of the inning. We go to the little break. I'll be back in just a few, guys. All right, Tamura out on the mound now for Doosan. So Yu-chan is over at second base. I will get that updated. Peraza leads off in the inning for the second straight inning as he led off last inning with a single, came around to score, and leading off again. And that's in there for a strike. Yeah, I think they lost 5 players, suspensions for 30 games to 50 games. That's actually why I picked Lotte to finish 9th behind Kia, as that is up and in 1 and 2. And the 1-2 pitch lays off of it. That's a pitch that he was swinging at last time he was in Korea. And the 2-2, he turns on that one. That might be trouble. That is going off the wall. He drops it twice, and Peraza is going to head into second base. He leads off another inning with his double. That is a back-to-back leadoff hits for the man, the myth, the legend, Peraza. Peraza just doing early season damage. His bat flip yesterday was ridiculous. Not even a bat flip, just a bat toss. Tried to barehand it off the hop and then dropped it, and then tried to pick it up and dropped it, and solid there. You gotta, but again, you gotta wait to. He's hitting against a Doosan that doesn't have the rest pitching, and he's hitting against a Kium, who we all know just sucks. That's a strike on the outside corner. Moon Bin, trying to drop down the bunt. He's 1 for 2 on the day. A 2 RBI single and a run scored in the first, a backwards K in the third, and a walk, but scored a run just last inning. And the 0-1, another strike. He keeps pulling the bat back, thinking they're balls, but now it's 0-2. And, now you got to swing. And a swing. Did he go around? He did. And that's the first outs. Good attempts on the bunts. Wasted 2 of your at-bats. Wasted 2 of your swings. Excellent decision. Excellent decision. Yeah, he did go around. Yeah, a big swing and a miss there. General Tonto, your boy's up. 0-1 pitch to Noshiwan coming up. And the 0-1 pitch in there for a strike on the inside. Apparently he does. Moon Bin is closer to winning a Golden Glove than Hanwa is at winning a championship. That is in the dirt. Again, he's not, at least if I'm watching, and again, if I'm, don't know anything about Tenoshi one, I will say that at least he's not chasing that 0-2 pitch down in a way that is something that he has struggled with the last couple of years. I don't know how his strikeouts and stuff have been this season. I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, we got a one. Nope, we don't got a 1-2 pitch as he steps off the back of the mound. Peraza stares him down. Yeah, had a chance to have a runner on first for a double play. As the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Mr. Krabs. And now he's 0 for 4. That is an interesting way to look at it, Arpo. Since he's got his money, he's like, okay, guys, I am going to help you guys all make more money. I'm going to help make sure that all the pitchers make more money. All right, Kong Ko steps in now. Kong Ko reached on an E4 in his last at bat, came around to score, but that is up high, ball 1. General Tonto, you are sitting nicely. 0 for 4 on the day. He should get one more at bat. Oh, he's going to get at least one more at bats as the 1-0 is in there for a strike and it's 1-1. So don't have to worry too much. He's going to get one more at bats, and that keeps you under the 2 hits. And fouled away. Let me see sound fan. And here we go, the 1-2 pitch. That is going to be a golfed over the second baseman. Peraza is going to come around and score. And another RBI from Kongbae Ko. And another run scored, the third run of the day for Peraza. As they get one of the runs back that they gave up last inning. Kongbae Ko is making his case to move up into the 4 spots in this lineup. That brings up a Captain Silver Starfish. With a 5-run lead, no. Luckily, Hanwa used their closer in a 6-run game last night, and he only threw 37 pitches. So that's always a good thing for Hanwa. Excellent managing. Swing and a miss there. It's a Hanwa game. It might go to the 11th inning, Arpo. Here we go, the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman, nope, foul. Third base umpire called it foul early. Bottom of the 11th, bases loaded, full count. Mr. Krabs up to bats. Yeah, their lineup is really good. That was the thing the last few years with NC. They've had a really good lineup, but in 2024, when they were just not good, it's because they had so many injuries. Pak Min-woo was injured, Pak Gun-woo was injured, Sona Sup was injured, Davison was all injured. All those guys were injured. As that's a foul. And then last year they had a couple more injuries, but the big thing for them last year was their pitching wasn't there. They got Guchong Mo late at the end of the season. He pitched well. He's pitched fantastic this year. Uh, and then they kept Logan last year because he had the one good month right at the right time where he needed. If they would have replaced Logan last year, I really, really, really think that NC would have ended up probably, making a deeper run in the playoffs. As the 0-2 pitch, that's going to be hit to right field. That's going to drop in front. And another hit is Kong Bei Ko showing the wheels. And he's going to go first to third and lays down on the bag. Another single. And once again, the foreign pitchers, the Asia quota system is not looking good for these pitchers. Minus minus Hanwa's pitcher, who has pitched well today, pitched well enough to get a win in his first game. Is that the same Kurt? Was that the I didn't get all that way. Was he the that used to play for the Royals? No, no, never played for the Royals. What Taylor? Oh no, I think that was Chris. But Kong Bei Ko over at third base, Chan Sung at first, 1-0 counts to the second baseman and looks at the strike down at the bottom of the zone. That's the wheelhouse of the good left-hander. 1 for 3 on the day is a 3 ground out to the first baseman, a 6-3 ground out, and an RBI single just last inning. That is popped up. Might get out of play. It does, as it is now 1-2. I think it's just bad pitching. I think it's bad pitching. I really think it's bad pitching. I'll explain my position in a little bit. Says, nope. The reason why is because there's so many walks right now in the KBO because these guys are so hell bent on throwing hard that they can't throw strikes. And so these hitters are getting into hitters counts where the pitcher's got to throw a fastball as they're not able to get other pitches near the strike zone. And what that's causing is them to be able to tee up on these pitches. If they get ahead, you've been watching me for a while now. I talk about it every single game. You get a right-handed batter or a right-handed pitcher, they instantly throw that 0-2 pitch way outside, and instead of attacking the guy, and then they can't throw that. They can't throw that other strike as he throws it in the dirts and run on over to second is the Captain Silver Starfish. They've got runners at second and third now. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. So you get ahead 0-2. You waste that pitch way outside instead of ever attempting to get a 3-pitch strikeout. And then they can't throw that. They try to nibble on the outside to get that ABS strike, and now it's a 2-2, and then you end up losing this batter that was an 0-3 count. The 2-2 pitch way outside runs the count full. 4th full count of the day for Hanwa. But if you think about the WBC, how did Hanwa, or not Hanwa, how did Korea's pitching do? They were awful. Fouled away. They can't control their off-speed pitches enough. They've got these sudden gurus in Korean baseball that promise all this velocity, but then they can't throw anything. All right, again, another 3-2 pitch. That's slapped to the third baseman, and it goes under his glove. One run is in as that hits off the tarp. He is going to be on second with a 2 RBI double. And this game is getting out of hand, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody stop the beating. Somebody stop the beating. Give him one character? No. I don't even know his wife's last name. I don't even know her name. All right. And once again, the Asia quota system is not looking good for most KBO teams. We're at another pitching change. Double check my numbers, make sure that I got it going right. I often forgets things. Yeah, I got it right. 6 walks and 11 hits has led to 9 runs for Hanwa. Look at the other games going on in this. Cheilon Tae versus Sohyun Jun. KT at home. Samsung away. Is I like KT in that. Im Chong Gyu versus Ha Young Mi. Oh, I despite how bad LG is playing. What's up? What's up, North Korea? LG and that's NC versus NC all day. That would be the one pick I would make. And then obviously the SSG versus Lotte game is a toss up. SSG's got a better team overall. Lotte's got a better pitcher on the mound, and they're at home. Plus, SSG is tired from running around the bases all day yesterday. The Masahi. All right, out on the mound is Lee Yong Chan. 3 games, 2 points at 2 innings, and a 6.75 ERA. Yeah, the first pitch is a ground ball to the shortstop. He picks it up, throws across the diamond. And it comes in, he throws one pitch and gets 1 out on the 6-3. We go to the bottom of the 6. It's all Hanwa. Oh, Doosan. This, ladies and gentlemen, is getting ridiculous. Yeah, NC, I think, is the easy pick. All right, we'll see if the old Wonger is still out there. I would think that they would want to keep him out there as long as possible. Sitting at 65 pitches through 5 innings. But who knows? He's been sitting for a long time also with that fifth inning stretch plus the two pitching changes. But he is still out there. And you're going to have the number 2 hitter, Jung Soo Ben, will lead things off. Oh, they'll have the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up, trying to get a couple of those runs back. Way up high, though. Ball 1. 1-0. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Yeah, they're absolutely ridiculous against their offense is ridiculous this year. For the most part, as that one misses 3-1. Can the Hanwa get their first quality start from a pitcher? 3-1 pitch. Pops him up, but it gets out of play, runs the count full. Another full count for Doosan. Third of the day for them. Jung Soo Ben 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out in his last at bats, but in also a ground ball to the first baseman. That one is fouled into his foot, though. All right, the 3-2 pitch. That is ground ball, but foul. Stays 3-2. Yeah, and here we go. The 3-2 pitch once again. That one is fouled off the other way. Well, keep it 3-2 as 73 pitches, not 74. I hit the button, double hit the button there. For those of you guys watching in the YouTube chats or the YouTube forum, longer just to 66 pitches through 5 innings. The 3-1 pitch runs in on him. Now walks him, so they've got a leadoff batter on again. Second time they've had the leadoff batter on, again in the 4th inning, but he was erased on a strike him out, throw him out double play. Jung Soo Bin is a guy that will steal some bases. Pak Jun Young warming up in the bullpen. I think that is also Kim Jong Soo. Yep, Kim Jong Soo, number 38 there. As here we go. Cameron 0 for 2 on the day, and that first pitch is lifted into the center field. OJ Wan over to catch it, though, and 1 away. Brings up Yang Yi. Yang Yi has got to get going if this Doosan team has any chance of making the playoffs. Hitting 70s in the 70s as the captain of the team is not a good look. right, Yang Yi steps in 0 for 2 on the day. A 5-3 ground out in his first at bat, struck out in his second, looks at ball one there low. 80 hitting 83 on the season. 83, ladies and gentlemen. 8-3. Not a great batting average. He can't even see the Mendoza line with a telescope. That one is fouled away. 1-1 now. Nice, sweet captain's patch, though. It makes it look like it looks like a championship patch. I prefer just the little C as the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Goes to second and then to first in time. And will be a 6-4-3 inning double play. Good Lord. We go to the 7th inning. Hanwa up by 7. You missed a leadoff walk. And that was it. I'm the only expert on the KBO is streaming right now on YouTube and SOOP. But unfortunately, no one knows about him. And Doosan has not only not had a good game defensively, they've not had a good game offensively, while they continue to just be pretty much awful. They've had only one inning that they had at bats with runners in scoring position. That was in the 5th inning when they scored the 2 runs. They had the one hit with a runner on base. That's the only hit they've had all day with a runner on base. 1 for 7 with runners on base, 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position. They've only left 2 runners on. So it's not even like they've left possibilities on the base pass. They just haven't even had any. When they have gotten them, they've hit into double plays. They've hit into, I believe, 2 double plays, maybe just one. 1 double play, and also a strike them out, throw them out, the double play. So, oh, God, I hate these commercials. Sorry, guys. Bria loves to make these chicken commercials where you can hear people chewing, and it drives me nuts. I want to punch my screen. I don't want the sound of somebody chewing chicken in my ear. I don't know who thinks that is a fantastic idea, but it's awful. All right. Young Chan is still out there. Again, he only threw 1 pitch last inning. He's going to have the number 9 hitter, Ito Yoon, to face at the beginning here. And the 0-1 pitch, the low, 1-1. Ito Yoon, a walk, a fly out to right, and a hit by pitch RBI. 0 for 1 on the day, and the 1-1 pitch sets up on the inside. Fouls that away, and it's 1-2. Young. Oh, yeah. I don't play them because some of them are kind of weird. Like the mattress, the bed guy, the clay bed guy. I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about, but he always has like it looks like a plastic. Oh, wow. So he's done. 1-2 is going to be a ground ball through the right side and another leadoff single.
너무 감사합니다.
Thank you, Light Klutz. Another hit for Hanwa, another leadoff base runner for Hanwa, and another non-1-2-3 inning. So they'll go. What they'll do is they'll go with a 6-week replacement. Try to find somebody, and then if he does well, they'll probably just replace Flexen. What was that Reddit post that guy was making his bold predictions about Flexen having a season-ending injury? OJ Wan looks at strike one. And they led off the game with a single and a run scored, 0 for 3 since then. Yeah, and then the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball, foul. But do you remember his sixth prediction? His sixth prediction was I was going to be streaming and broadcasting on TVing. Try to find it. Chris, yeah. Oh, he said elbow. His official prediction was Chris Flexen starts on track for a historic season, but blows out his elbow in May. So that one is off. Oh, I know. Obviously, if I was on national TV, I would have to tone it down a little bit, but that'd be no fun. As the 0-2 is way down and away. The amount of commercial breaks that would suddenly come in every time somebody tried to bunt. TVing would double their advertising revenue from breaking commercial breaks. And here we go, the 1-2 pitch. Nope, we're gonna have a very light throw over to first. As Ito Yoon, not exactly a huge threat to steal a base, especially with a 7-run lead in the 7th inning. Zero reward for trying to steal a base here. As the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Yeah, I can't do the Samsung advertisements. Well, you know why? It's Samsung's, right? All right, Peraza comes up for the third straight inning. A single in the fifth, a double in the sixth. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. 0-1. Apple does not allow their products to be used by villains in movies and stories. They don't allow their they don't allow their for that's exactly what it would be. They would lead with the foreigner part. There's zero questions that Jim must read a lot of Korean news. That is always the lead is a foreigner. All right. Nope. We're going to have another throw as Ito Yoon makes 1/2 step back to first base. All right. The 0-2 pitch to Peraza. Catches him looking at the top of the zone. An absolute beautiful pitch. As Peraza is going to go back to the dugout, look at that on the video, and realize that that was just a beautiful pitch. Oh, man, he's gone crazy. Might have to cut a little video tonight of these umpire calls. All right, Moonhyun Min steps in. That's his way outside, though. Led off with a 2 RBI single. Scored a run, backwards a strikeout, a walk, a run scored, and then another strikeout. As here comes the 1-0 pitch. This is low, 2-0. Lock in. What do you mean by that? Oh, you mean score? I was thinking 2 o'clock. No. I think Doosan scores. Jacob, welcome back. Yeah, especially considering Hanwa scored 6 in the last 2 innings. Uh, Courtesy of their Asian quota, is that's a swing and a miss. Yeah, it goes down to his knees. Slow to get up. That would 0 doubleheaders. Especially Hanwha games never go fast enough. Yeah, I really think so because you got Hanwha's bullpen that's going to have to pitch 3 innings. I mean, it's possible that they bring out the longer for the bottom of this inning, but I don't think so. Uh, no, Stefan. Yeah, it's the 2-1 pitch. Misses low. What the people want is they want the music that they hear at the games, which is what I'm going to do in this evening, as I'm going to use that time to prepare the music for at least for tomorrow's game, as the 3-1 pitch that is fouled away. 3-2 runs the counts full. Second full count of the day for Moonhyun Bin. Fifth of the day for Hanwa. The last one was the 2 RBI double by the second baseman. Is that the overreaction girl? Apparently she's because I just noticed the hair color. And the 3-2 pitch lays off of it. And they said he went around. They're going to video challenge that. Moonhyun Bin's like, nope, I did not go. He's pretty adamant that he didn't go. He went. He knew it. 2 strikeouts, 3 strikeouts after the single. He's like, oh, man, yep. All right, we go to the bottom of the 7th. We're waiting for the official call. All right, that's it. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. A leadoff single, but nothing coming after it. It's 0 for 3. They've left 7 on base. Jacob, they had a chance to turn their franchise around, but they didn't even call me for an interview. They didn't even call me. Jim, question. And Jacob also, and Arpo. Do you guys play fantasy baseball? Do you guys delve into the fantasy baseball world? The difference is temper. The difference is temper. Are you in a KBO fantasy league? No, KBO one. Oh, Wonger still out there, ladies and gentlemen. And that is going to be a broken bat single right back up the middle. Second hit of the day. Because Kiwi, Stefan, and I are putting together a KBO fantasy league. It's through an app. There is a new left fielder is Kim Tae-yeon. And now that's in there for a strike. Yeah, KBO. Well, KBO, there's an app now that has a fantasy league for the KBO. And that's right down the middle. Literally middle. All right. Can you send me a message on Instagram or Twitter? That one is lifted into center field. The center fielder going back though makes the catch. Good tag up there. Excellent tag up there by Anjay Suk. I will say this right now. I am extremely impressed with Anjay Suk. Yeah, I'm giving the members actual first dibs on whether or not they can join or not. Anjay Suk is really impressing me today. Again, in his other at bat in the 6th inning, it was that slow roller right up the middle, and he ended up legging it out, getting a double out of that, as that's a check swing from Pak Chan Ho. And then right there, yeah, a fly ball sent into center field, and he's still tagged up. Most guys would never think about tagging up there. Yeah, that's in the dirt. Yeah, Jim, I just got it. I'll send you a link to the league. You'll want to download. I don't know if this will work or not. I think it's too close. This F9. I'll send you a link, and it might let you know, as that's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. He throws off of his heel. It's a bad throw. That's going to roll over to the wall, and that's the run I was talking about. There you go. There you go. That's is another run for Doosan, just like I said. Put it on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Put it on the board. Oh, that might go down as an infield hit, because that was a difficult play. But a run scored nonetheless, is Doosan now down 9-3. That should be it for him. Yeah, definitely a terrible throw. All right, so we'll have a pitching change. Yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting to see if they treat that as a single or not. Again, it is the KBO, which we all know doesn't like to give errors. So, nonetheless, you've got a run, a 9-3. I don't remember who was at. Oh, Klutz. Such a klutz was asking for that one more run. They've got that one run. I think they might give him an infield single, but then an error. I mean, he's going to have at least one error on that. Fourth error of the day. Whether or not they give him an infield single is another question. Yeah, so they give him an infield single and then an error that allows the run to come in. So we got ourselves a new pitcher, Kim Jong-soo, out on the mound. One game so far this season, 1.1 innings, a 6.75 ERA. Just a reminder that Hanwha's bullpen has the worst ERA in the league. Yeah, as the first pitch is up high to Kim In-tae. We're having a pinch hitting. Oops, not a strike. All right, Kim Jong-soo. First pitch is a walk. Second one in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Pinch hitter here for Park Ji-hoon. Yeah, and a swing and a miss there. And 1-2. Here we go with a 1-2 pitch. Catches him looking on the inside corner. An absolute beaut of a pitch, ladies and gentlemen, as that's a 2 away. Nothing you can do about that. And maybe you guys will know, did the groundhog see his shadow? Jacob talking about. They haven't come out yet. That first, right? They usually come out, I think, in July-ish, right before the All-Star break. As here we go, the 0-1 pitch. That is fouled away. 0-2. I don't know that. The only one I ever really watched was the Holy Grail. That's going to be a slow roller to the shortstop. Throws across. And away. They get another one on a couple hits and an error. We will go to the 8th inning. One? Oh, I gave the air to Doosan there. I'm just so used to giving him airs that I ended up giving the air to Doosan instead of Hanwa. There we go. Double check my. Yeah, 12-5, a 2. Mine, I have 3 airs. So we are officially into bullpen the game, ladies and gentlemen. He saw his shadow. So maybe that's it. He saw a shadow. That means 6 more weeks of winter. And that's why Doosan is off to such a slow start. Since the ground all saw a shadow, spring is late. So they are not ready for the season yet. Yeah. So that it all makes sense, guys. Doosan will be a big team in whatever the end of April. Everything is figured out now, though. So Hanwa is going to have everybody's favorites, Mr. Krabs. Kim Jong-un out on the mound last season, 18 games, 21 innings, a 3.86 ERA, 13 strikeouts, 12 walks, and a 3.02. I'm gonna say Celsius. It's about 20 degrees lately. It's been nice. It's actually been pretty nice. All right, Mr. Krabs steps in, and that's way outside. Ball one. Yeah, it's been nice and sunny. Highs in the 20-degree range, which is I think 60s. As the 1-0 is that's going to be a broken bat, but it drops in front of the left fielder, and he's on base with a single. One more hit, General. Yeah. Looked like he broke his bat, but I think that was just the ball. Anyway, we've got a runner on first. Again, not a 1-2-3 inning. They have yet to have a 1-2-3 inning as air humping time is going on, ladies and gentlemen. Air humping time is going. Okay. I've been in Korea too long. I think in terms of Celsius. 1-0 is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. 1-1. Dongbae Ko, 2 for 3 on the day. RBI single on his first at bat, walked, and then reached on an air, scored a run, and then another RBI single. I believe he actually scored a run in that inning too. That's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman, throws to the shortstop, and then to first. It's not in time. Oh, the 4-6 putouts will put it one away. Luckily, he didn't get doubled up there. The brings up old Captain Silver Starfish. Kim Jong-soo had a fantastic season last year for Hanwa. Can he do the same this season? They are in desperate need of somebody to fill in some innings. That's in there for a strike. Doosan obviously had a ton of issues last year. Captain Silver Starfish, 2 for 3 on the day. I think I'm going to try to go in November or December, as that one is fouled away. Again, it's real hard. It's so difficult because I got a plan around the baseball season and around spring break and summer break and winter break and when the start of the semester is for school and all of that. As that one is in catches, I'm looking at a 1 pitch, 2 pitch, 3 pitch outs. That's what I'm talking about. And just call me Theodore Geisel, ladies and gentlemen. Those rhymes are coming on strong today. Now lays off of that. It is a ball. He looked back, was not sure if it was a strike or a ball. Kim Jong-un pitching well for out of the Doosan bullpen so far. Second baseman, 2 for 4 on the day. That's way up too high though, and it's 2-0. Yeah, I'd like to go in November when the season's over. But I haven't. It's the difficulty is it's so long. As the 2-0 rolls over and foul, 2-1. because it's a 14-hour time difference. Yep, there you go. Show his wife. It's a 14-hour time difference between here and there. So when I go back, it's fine because it's about a 12-hour flight, 12, 13-hour flight to the US. But then I got to catch a flight. I got to wait at another airport and then catch another flight to where I live. And then it's a 2-hour drive home, as that one is way inside. Yeah, so it's about a 30 hour. It takes about 30 hours of my life to travel, and but coming back is 2 days, because not only is it a 14-hour 12-hour flight, but it's also a 14-hour time difference. So it's just there's just so much that goes on with it. It makes it a little difficult. So yeah, I need basically 10 days off of work in order to make a trip where I go for, 6 or 7 days. Anything less than that is not really worth it. And Che Jae Hoon looks at ball one low. But yeah, it'll be the end of this year or the beginning of next year. I think I will make the trip. It's the 1-0. It runs way in. Ball two. Yeah. But I gain a day when I go there. And the 2-0 in there for a strike on the outside, 2-1. And then, so the other issues is Missouri doesn't have an international airport. They have Kansas City International, but it's not an international airport. As that is off of his hands, pops it up. But catcher in foul territory makes the catch. And that's his three away. They get a single, a leadoff single, and a walk, but still nothing from that. They leave two more on. They've left 9 on, but no worries. They're up at 9-3. Yeah, so the last time I flew back, well, the only time I flew back, so I flew, it's a 2-hour bus ride to the airport. And then I had to fly from Incheon to Tokyo. So you got to get to the airports, 2 hours ahead of time. And then you fly to Tokyo. And then in Tokyo, you've got to go through customs again. So you got to, do all of your stuff again. So you're 2 hours to 3 hours in Tokyo. And then a 12-hour flight. I think I flew to, where did I fly? I think I flew to Chicago. Landed in Chicago, and then I have to go through all the custom stuff in Chicago, uh, and immigration and all that. And then from there, I go, so that's another 2 to 3 hours. And then I have to fly to Kansas City, which is another, 2 to 3 hour flight. Once I get to Kansas City, then it's a 2-hour drive to my hometown. So it's again 25, 30 hours of traveling. Yeah, and then coming back is not any better because 2-hour drive. And yeah, I think I flew. I can't. So I can't remember if oh God. Somebody censor the Hanwa fans' comments, ladies and gentlemen. Pak Song Won is out on the mound. 2 games, 1.1 inning, and an ERA of 27. Here come the friendly comments from the Hanwha fans. There we go. Yeah. He's going to face the 1, 2, 3 hitters for Doosan. Swing and a miss from EU Chan. 0-1 pitch. Way outside. 1-1. Yu Chan hitting as 0 on the season, but does have an RBI. A 1-1 pitch. Way outside. Would have been ball 3. I don't know if the shoulder. I don't know if the shoulder can do it anymore or not. After the rotator cuff surgery, I might just throw so slow they can't hit it out, as that one is lifted up. Kim Tae-yun over under it though, and no 1 away. Brings up a Jung-soo Bin. Eventually, he's got to throw well, right? I mean, it's just a matter of time, I think. Time is called. Here we go. And he sets up on the outside. But he catches it in the end. Here comes the speed. No, they didn't talk about how fast he threw. That's surprising, honestly. Jung-soo Bin 0 for 2. A walk and a strikeouts. And a ground out to the first baseman. Now he's behind 0-2. Park Sang-won had a good start to last season, and then at the end just really fell off as he was just used way too much. That is in the dirt and bounces away. 1-2. And then from there, a start in the off season, did not pitch well in the spring, did not pitch well to start this season. The years and years are kind of adding up, I guess, as that is a slapped foul. Days 1-2. Anything in near 20 pitches, and he's done for the inning. Just doesn't have much with it. So again, the big critique of the Hanwa manager is his very bad use and overuse of pitching staffs. Yeah. And that is going to be a hit into center field. It's going to drop in front of Peraza. And he is on base for the second time today, this time with the hit. As that brings up Cameron. I don't like how they have his name spelled. They have his name spelled in Korean, Cameron. But I'm pretty sure it's Cameron. Maybe I mispronounced his father's name too. All right, Cameron looks at the ball one way outside, 1-0. Again, Yu Chan would have been up 3-0 had he not gone up there hacking in his first swing. Cameron, 2 flyouts to center field and a 5-3 ground out today, 0 for 3. 1-0, catches the bottom of the zone, 1-1. Give up a 3-run shot and your ERA doesn't change. 1-1 is a foul away. 1-2. Yang Yi-ji waiting on deck again. An absolute awful day for Yang Yi-ji. I believe he is 100% in line for the worst player of the game. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Is he back, boys and girls? Hanwha fans? Is he back? Maybe he just can't pitch at home. or Doosan fans. Oh, look, ladies and gentlemen, it's a foreigner. Not you, him. In there for a strike to Yang Yi 0 for 3. 5-3 ground out, a strikeout, and a 6-4-3 double play. That's in there for a strike, 0-2. As long as they just have to play Kiyoom and Doosan, Hanwa is fantastic. — 23. All right, here we go. The 0-2 pitch to Yang Yi. Way, way outside. Trying to get him to chase a pitch that would have been behind a left-handed batter. Yeah, a 1-2 pitch. Swings at a ball way off the zone. Fouls it away, though. I have to feel that if he swings and misses that pitch, that it's very possible that that's going to miss the catcher and he's going to reach first with on a strikeout. All right, so down to his final strike. Yang Yi trying to not be the worst player of the game. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Sets up. That is going to be off of his hands. That's going to be a fly out to right field, though. I couldn't find the ball because of the netting. Yang Yi 0 for 4 with 5 outs. We go to the 9th inning. It's 9-3. He's back. Samsung's broadcast has started. KT versus Samsung. What's the score? No, I did not. I really don't follow the KBO too much. Just it's so hard for me to follow with everything else going on. I try to keep up with the KBO news, but even that is difficult. I actually get a lot of information from you guys. 19-year-old, 9-year, 145 million. Is he a pitcher? I was wondering where you were getting the Samjin. I was like, what? Where are you getting? All right. Pak Jung-soo out on the mound now for 29 games last year, 26.1 innings, 1 win, 3 holds, a 4.10 ERA, 15 strikeouts, and 12 walks, though. Pak Jung-soo out on the mound, and that is going to be greeted by the none other than Ito Yoon, the number 9 hitter. Shortstop. I mean, if he turns out to have one decent year, that's a good throw. Catcher's batting 9th. Your captain, isn't he the captain? Your captain's batting 9th. Yeah. 2-0 pitch. All three. Ito Yoon walked in his first at bat, flew out to right, a hit by pitch and an RBI in his second, and then a single, but was stranded on the base pass just 2 innings ago. That does catch the inside corner though, and it's 3-1. Kutauk is the captain. 3-1. Oh, beautiful pitch. Just catches the top of the zone. Runs the count full, 3-2. Another full count for Hanwa. This is their 6th of the day. Yoon, the 3-2 pitch way outside. Doesn't even need to swing the bat. He heads down to first base. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Hanwa has a base runner in every single inning. 0, 1, 2, 3 innings for Doosan. Or Hanwa, depending on who you're a fan of, I guess. Yes, Arpo, we can all agree on that. And my pick for them to be 4th in the league is looking awful. For a strike. OJ Wan 1 for 5 on the day. A single and a run scored to lead off the game, but 2 strikeouts, a pop up, and a ground out since then. He has not had a good day at the plate. One that's going to be a ground ball up the middle, taps on the bag, throws to second, or throws to first, and that is going to be a 6-3 double play. Not a good day for OJ Wan at the plate. But luckily for him, the next few guys have had amazing days in Peraza and Kongbei Ko. Really all around offense from Hanwha. Trying to think, only one player in the starting lineup without a hit. Peraza looks at ball 1 there, 1-0. Only player without a hit is Che Jae-hoon, but he was on base twice. 1-0 is popped up in foul territory as the third baseman makes the catch. And that's will be the third out. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Doosan only needs 6, ladies and gentlemen. Only needs a 6 to stay in this game. Oh, no. Awful. Awful. Absolutely awful. Yeah. Jim, not good. I actually, when I did the Kia SSG game last week, he started and I talked about it. He was a pretty good pitcher, and then he had, I believe he had elbow surgery or shoulder surgery. I can't remember. And this was in 2024. He came back at the end of last year, and they tried to put him in the starting rotation. He just did not pitch well. They tried to put him in the bullpen. He also did not pitch well. They're still trying to put him in the starting rotation this year. He is just not good. I don't know what happened, if his mechanics changed or what. But he did not pitch well. ERA of 18. I don't know about that, Darpo. Samsung, is not very good away. Harpo, and you should be at the game. As KT's not that far away from you. You should be at that game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Bottom of the ninth. We'll have a new pitcher, I believe. I would hope that they have a new pitcher, but who knows? So Doosan is going to have their 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up, trying to keep this game going. This Doosan gets 6. As Park Jun Young out on the mound. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle. The shortstop makes the play, throws, and in time. Would love it to become a close game, but I don't think that's going to happen. That brings up Yang Sung Wan, 0 for 2 on the day. He had a 5-3 ground out in his first at bat, a walk in his second, and a fly out to center field in his last at bat. Yeah, that's what happens. He never gets to play. I mean, what do you expect? That's way up high. 1-0. And it's in there for a strike. And it's 0-1 or 1-1. Yang Sung Wan, 120 on the season. He's injured, Arpo. 1-1 pitch. Outside at 2-1. Samsung should take him for a bacon sandwich. Nah. I could just imagine Om Sung Baek pitching in Daegu. The amount of home runs. The 2-1 pitch. Popped up. Out of play at 2-2. Oh, yeah, there we go. You got your closer warming up. He threw 30-something pitches yesterday. That is going to be a rope into left field. Just going to drop down for a single. Second time he's been on base. The first of the hit variety. And that brings up a Pak Chan Ho. Tomorrow, I don't know yet. It'll be tomorrow. It'll be at 2:00. I'm gonna look at the pitching matchups first, and try to pick a good pitching matchup. That is ripped, and that is gonna roll 1-2 hop into the wall, and you've got runners on second and third. Brings up the number 8 hitter, Kim In-tae. Big Kev for the save. Everybody wants to see Big Kev. Everybody wants to see Big Kev except the Hanwa manager. Hanwa's bullpen is done okay today. Can they keep it up? Jodon-wook warming up. Yeah, he's like, throw the game a little bit. That'll be it for him. We'll have a pitching change with a 6-run lead here in the 9th inning. Yeah, Alan, it's the story of their career. The most recent. Kim Ji-chan did not hit a leadoff home run. Kim Ji-chan does not hit home runs. All right, Jodon-wook. Hanwa bringing in their best reliever. bringing in their best reliever. They'll have a pinch hitter of some sorts. Jim, it's just the Hanwa manager just overuses their pitchers. That they can't pitch 2 years in a row. Kang Sung Ho will pinch hit, I believe. So Joe Donuk out on the mound. 5 games so far this year, 3 innings, 2 holds. Oh, again, this is what do you got? It's game number 7 for Hanwa. And this is the 6th time this pitcher has come in. All right, I believe Kang Sung Ho is pinch hitting here. Yep, Kang Sung Ho. Bears need a lot. Hitting a 278 on the season. Steps out of the box again. NC with a leadoff homer. I'm telling. What did I say, Jim? Kia pitcher is just awful. It hurts to be so good all the time. Honestly, it's a condition I'm trying to learn how to live with. Right, Kang Sung Ho. That's in there for a strike. A nice pitch there. Yeah, that's 0-1. One pitch way outside. 1-1. And another 1-1 pitch sets up on the inside as he fouls that one away, and it's 1-2. Can they do it, ladies and gentlemen? Can they come from down 6 with the 1 out in the 9th inning against last year's number 2 team? As the 1-2 pitch sets up on the inside. Swing and a miss. Gets a big strikeout there. 2 away now. Joe Donuk is looking fantastic early in this season. All right, Yoon Jun Ho steps in, 1 for 3 on the day. Yeah, first pitch, that's going to be a ground ball foul. 0-1. Yeah, Alan, they've got to do something. Again, the team just, when I see this team, I don't see anybody that I'm worried about. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. It's 0-2. Doosan down to their final strike now. Hanwa trying to get their first quality starts. Did he have a quality start? Yeah. And that is lifted into right field, but Hook's foul. Yeah, I mean, you can score to 3 to 4 runs a game. Like Hanwha scored 3 to 4 runs a game last year, but they also had they had the best 1-2 combination of all time in the top of their rotation. That's going to be right back up the middle. It hits off of his foot. He recovers, throws to first in time, and that's is going to end the game. It hit off of him, rolled in front, but he was able to recover, pick it up, throw it over. He That is not good for Hanwa, though, because he is now limping. Maybe it's just kind of a shock that he's got hit and he'll be fine. But that is the one reliever Hanwa cannot afford to lose. Okay. So, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hanwa, back-to-back victories against Doosan. Again, they've got 4 wins on the season. They've come against last year's number 10 team and the number 9 team. It started off bad. Guak Bean out on the mound. Every Korean expert's favorites pitcher that I said before the game that he's overrated. He's not good. I've talked to many people who asked me on Instagram or whatever, and told them that he's the most overrated pitcher in the league. And he gave up 3 runs in the first inning. Didn't make it through the 5th inning. He takes the loss. Again, Hanwa came out early. You had OJ Wan with a single, and then Peraza with a single, but a bobble caused Peraza to be able to go to seconds. And then Moonhyun Ben comes up with a single. They're going to credit him with a double. He had a single, and then the boot out in left field allowed him to go to third base or go to second base and allowed Peraza to come around and score. And then No Shiwan doing what No Shiwan does, but Kang Baek Ho with a single that put them up at 3-0. That was all they really needed. They did add 3 more runs in the top of the 5th inning. Peraza led things off with a single, then a walk to Moonhyun Ben. No Shiwan did what he does and struck out. An error by Doosan allowed them to go around, and then a sacrifice fly by Cheon Sung scored Peraza from third base. Then a RBI single from the second baseman, walked to Che Jae-hoon, loaded the bases up, and then a hit by pitch to Lee Do-yoon ended up scoring that 3rd run. Then in the 6th inning, Hanwa, again, Peraza leading off the inning for the 2nd straight inning with a double. Strikeouts, gets 2 outs, but can't get the next one as Kang Baek Ho comes up with an RBI single. Another single by Cheon Sung. And then the second baseman with a 2 RBI double puts them up 9-2 at the points. They did get 1 more run in the 7th inning, like I said they would. But this game wasn't even as close as the 9-3 score, ladies and gentlemen. This was an absolute battering from the very beginning. Pluses for Doosan. They had some guys in the bullpen that pitched well. The big plus for me is Anjae Suk. Anjae Suk really, really impressed me. He had the single that he legged out, turned it into a double, ended up coming around to score. Then in the 7th inning, he had another single. Really impressed me on his hustle. Then he had the 6-3 ground out to lead off the 9th inning, but it wasn't a quick ground out. So he ended up almost beating out that throw for another single. The other game I did with Doosan, I believe he hit a solo shot in that game also. But yeah, I would definitely say he has impressed me a lot. Peraza, once again, another good game. Kang Baek Ho, another solid game. The 3rd baseman for Hanwa, not living up to his 11-year contract. But up and down the lineup, everybody got on base for Hanwa. Not everybody got a hit, as Che Jae-hoon did get hit once and walked once to get on base. Doosan, they just look awful. There's nothing really to say except that they do not look good. It is actually surprising to me. Again, I thought that Doosan would turn it around now that they don't have their other manager. I thought that they would be able to do much, much better. But no. They look rough. They look like they have no passion. They look like they just don't want to be there. And with that, they have now lost 9-3. Yeah, there's always tomorrow. tomorrow, Doosan should face, I believe, Wong Jun Seo, and who is pitching in place of White. I believe he's gonna be the starter. I saw him in the dugouts in yesterday's game. Doosan, I'm going to say this: Doosan should win tomorrow. Doosan should win tomorrow. I'm going to say that's now. Yeah, so Doosan should win tomorrow. Elsewhere in the league right now, LG and QM tied at 0. NC up to a early 1-0 lead against Kia. SSG into a early 1-0 lead against Lotte. And Samsung also a 2-0 early lead against KT. So the teams that made the playoffs last year so far are looking good early in this game in their games on the road against the teams that did not make the playoffs last year. Tomorrow, I will bring you one of the games. I'm going to wait and see what the best pitching matchup is. It will not. I'm sorry, guys. It will not be Hanwa and Doosan. The reason for that is because I'm probably going to end up doing Hanwa twice next week on Tuesday and Thursday when they play SSG, and then yeah, so I'm probably gonna end up doing them twice, and then also I'm gonna have to do them on Saturday when it's the Kia versus Hanwha game because it's again the 2 o'clock game. I prefer to stream the 2 o'clock games because it's better for you guys. So that's it for me. I will be back tomorrow. You guys, thank you guys again. Upping the stream on Soup definitely helps push it out. Obviously, it was out on the main page and the trending page, so. Thank you guys for that. I'll be back tomorrow on Soup once again. Thank you, Stefan. Thank you for tuning in on both YouTube and on Soup. I will be back tomorrow, same time, 2 o'clock Korean Standard Time for one of the games. I don't know what game it is. I guess we'll have to find out and see. I will let you guys know tomorrow when or later tonight once they post those. I will put the standard thing up on YouTube. So make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. You can see whenever I put up my upcoming streams. Even if you watch on Soup, definitely subscribe over on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, definitely subscribe over on Soup. Hit the little star button on Soup. That is like subscribing on YouTube. Hitting the up button on both of them. One of them is a recommendation, sends this out to more people on Soup. The other one is a like over on YouTube. But both definitely help me out. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Arpo and Jim, the newest members of the Bunting is Awesome Club. Thank you guys very much for doing that. It really helps us out or helps me out with all of the stuff I'm trying to put together for this whole English KBO experience, I should say. But thank you guys. I will be back tomorrow. So, and as always, until next time.